Hey everybody, welcome back to Dead Man DZ's Kanji Study Sessions. We got 12 new vocabulary words from the JLPT N1 list for you today, and as always, if we see new kanji, we're going to go over their readings, their meanings, and how to remember them based on the radicals that make up the kanji. I don't think we have any new kanjis today, so for most of these, we're going to be writing them down 3 to 5 times and going over the meanings of each of the kanji that make up the new word. If you don't want to listen to me write these down and say them out loud as I go on, head on over to YouTube and you can skip ahead to the explanations for each of the words. And if you just want these word lists, head on over to Google Drive. Our first word of the day is ichigai ni. Ichigai ni is our new adverb for unconditionally or as a rule. Unconditionally or as a rule, with ichi for one, gai for an outline or a summary, and ni indicating that this is something that we do some action with. Ichigai ni is with a single outline in mind or with a single rule in mind. Ichigai ni. Ichigai ni is unconditionally or as a rule. Ichigai ni. Ichigai ni is unconditionally or as a rule. Ichigai ni, with a single outline or rule in mind. Ichigai ni. Ichigai ni is unconditionally or as a rule. Ichigai ni. Number 2 is kyokugen. Kyokugen is our new noun, I'm pretty sure, for being frank, but literally translated, it means closer to going as far as to say, with our kanji for a limit or an extreme, and gen on the right side for speaking. So speaking to an extreme is going as far as to say, and I think for the Japanese who are very polite, it also means being frank, like kind of speaking too much about a topic. Kyokugen is going so far as to say. Is as close to the literal translation as we can get. Kyokugen is going as far as to say something. Kyokugen desu. Kyokugen is going as far as to say. Kyokugen is going as far as to say. Kyokugen is speaking to an extreme or going as far as to say. Kyokugen. Number 3 is a genron. Genron is one's speech. Like when talking about the freedom of speech, it's speech in that context. It can also mean a discussion or an expression of views, with gen on the left side again for speaking or talking, and ron on the right side for an argument, discussion, or a theory. So a genron is one's speech or one's kind of mode of speech, I'll say. Genron is one's speech. Genron. Genron is one's speech. Genron desu. Genron is one's speech or a discussion. Genron is one's speech or a discussion. Genron. Genron desu. Genron. Number 4 is o goto. O on the left side for big and goto on the right side for an event or a kind of abstract thing, like an abstract noun. So this is a large matter, literally translated, or a serious matter, a major incident or a crisis. You'll also notice that these are the same kanji we use for daiji, or important. O goto has a very similar meaning, but a very different pronunciation, so we're just going to have to try and remember that daiji and o goto are written the same way, but with different pronunciations. O goto is an important event or a crisis, and daiji is our na adjective for importance. Ogoto is a large event or a crisis. Number 5 is kankoku. Kan on the left side for recommendation, and koku on the right side for to tell or to advise or to let know about something. So kankoku is to tell or say some recommendation. To advice, counsel, or a recommendation is kankoku. With to advise on the left side or recommend, and koku on the right side for to tell or inform. To inform of some recommendation is an advice or a counsel. Advice or counsel is kankoku. Kankoku desu. Kankoku. ちょっと待ってね。Kankoku. Kan, recommendation or advice. Koku on the right side for informing of that advice. Kankoku is our new noun for advice or counsel. Kankoku desu is advice or counsel. Kankoku. Number 6 is ki kazaru. Ki on the left side for clothing or wearing things, and kazaru on the right side for a decoration. So this is to dress decoratively, or to dress up, as we say in English. You dress up for an event. Ki kazaru is to dress up kind of somewhat well, to dress well. Ki kazaru. Ki kazaru is to dress up. Kazaru is to dress up. Kikazaru is to dress up. Kikazaru desu. Kikazaru. Number 7 is ato katazuke. We've already learned katazuke. It literally translates to hang on one side, but katazuke together means to tidy up or clean up, and this only has one extra kanji on it with ato. Ato meaning after. So this is after cleanup, literally translated, versus just cleanup. Katazuke is the cleanup, and ato katazuke is tidying up after something. Clearing up, clearing away, or putting in order. Ato katazuke is clearing up after something. Ato katazuke is cleaning up after something or tidying up. Ato katazuke. Ato katazuke is cleaning up after or tidying up. Ato katazuke. Ato katazuke is to clean up or tidy up. Number 8 is a kyote, or a setting or establishment made in cooperation. A kyote is a cooperated setting or decision on something. An arrangement, a pact, or an agreement is a cooperative setting or establishment of some rule, for example. Kyote is an agreement, a pact, or an arrangement. A kyote, especially between two or more partners, since kyo kind of indicates cooperation. A kyote is an arrangement or an agreement made between two or more parties. A kyote is an arrangement or an agreement. Kyote desu. Kyote. Number 9 is en dan. Dan on the right side for a meeting or a discussion, and en on the left side for fate, or I like to think of this as a string of fate, because this has the thread kanji in it, or the thread radical in it, I should say. En really just means chance, fate, or destiny, but I like to think of it as like the thread of destiny almost. Alternatively pronounced yukari. In this kanji, it's pronounced en. So an endan is a discussion concerning people's fates or destinies, a marriage proposal specifically. So this is a fairly general term when literally translated an endon, a discussion concerning one's fate or destiny. But seeing as how marriage is one of the most important parts of your fate or destiny, that kind of makes sense. A marriage proposal talk or discussion is endon. Endon is marriage proposal talks. Endon. Our marriage proposal talks. Endon. Our marriage proposal talks. Endon this. Endon. Our marriage proposal talks. And done. Our marriage proposal talks. And done this. And done. Our talks, literally about one's fate or destiny, but specifically about your fate or destiny in marriage. And done. Our marriage or proposal talks. Number 10 is a keibatsu. Keibatsu is a punishment, especially for a crime, a penalty, or a sentence. Is a keibatsu, with K on the left side for a punishment and batsu on the right side also for a punishment. So this is a punishment, like a real punishment, like for a crime. A keibatsu is a punishment. Keibatsu desu. Keibatsu is a punishment or a sentence. Keibatsu desu is a punishment or a sentence. Keibatsu is a punishment or a sentence. Keibatsu desu. Number 11 is harikiru. Harikiru is to be in high spirits. It's a verb, and I'm guessing it's intransitive. Nope, it's a godon verb. Godon verb. To be in high spirits, to be full of vigor, to be enthusiastic or eager. Literally translated, this means to stretch, harikiru, to the breaking point or the cutting point. Literally translated. Harikiru is literally translated stretch to the cutting point or stretch to a breaking point. And it's interesting to think that that's how the Japanese think about being in high spirits. You are pulled out all the way. Your spirit is fully released and about to break almost. To be in high spirits is harikiru. Harikiru is to be in high spirits. Harikiru desu. Harikiru is to be in high spirits. Harikiru. Harikiru is to be in high spirits. Harikiru. And finally, number 12 is utsu muku. Muku on the right side can be used with the kanji for facing, so that makes sense, to face. And utsu on the left side is kind of bending over or being prostrate, kind of bowing, if you will. So utsu muku is to face the direction in which one bows, or it can just be written with the one kanji for bowing and kind of prostrating for utsu muku, with just the single kanji. To hang one's head or to look down is utsu muku. Utsu muku is to face the direction that you face when prostrate. Utsu muku is to hang one's head or to face downwards or to cast one's eyes downward. Utsu muku. Utsu muku desu. No kanji to remember with that as one. Just utsumuku is to be looking down or hanging one's head. Let's go back to the top. Make sure we put some good little pins in our brain for all these words today. Make sure you're making flashcards and immersing yourself in Japanese. Our first word was ichigai ni. Ichigai ni is our new adverb for doing under a single outline or under a single rule. Ichigai ni is unconditionally or as a rule. Being frank or going as far as to say is kyokugen. Kyoku on the left side for an extreme limit or an extreme side of talking. Kyokugen is to go to an extreme in saying, literally translated. One speech, discussion, or expression of views is genron. Gen on the left side for speech again, and ron on the right side for a discussion, argument. Genron is one speech or a discussion. Next, we have a serious matter or a major incident with an ogoto, which is a noun differing from the same word written with the same with a different word written with the same kanji, daiji, dai on the left side for large, and ji on the right side for a matter. Advice, counsel, or recommendation is literally translated speaking or telling or informing of a recommendation, with kan on the left side for a recommendation and koku on the right side for to tell or inform. To dress up is kikazaru. Ki on the left side for wearing, and kazaru on the right side for decorating. Kikazaru is to dress with decoration. In English, we call it dressing up. Kikazaru. Tidying up or clearing up, specifically after something, is ato katazuke. Ato katazuke is cleaning up after something or tidying up. Ato katazuke. An arrangement, pact, or an agreement is a kyote, that is, an establishment decided with cooperation. A kyo on the left side for cooperation, te on the right side for a setting or establishment or decision. Marriage proposal or marriage talks, this is the more literal translation, as marriage talks, are endan, or discussions done about one's fate or future. Endan. Endan. Our marriage talks or the marriage proposal itself. Punishment, a penalty, or a sentence is keibatsu, with two kanji that both mean punishment, meaning they're serious about it being a punishment, specifically for criminals. A keibatsu is a punishment or a sentence. To be in high spirits or to be enthusiastic, but literally translated, to stretch to cutting or breaking point is harikiru. Harikiru is to be in high spirits or be too stretched to breaking point. Harikiru. And finally, hanging one's head down or looking down is utsumuku. Utsumuku is to hang one's head to look in a downward direction. Utsumuku desu. Thanks for watching today, everybody. I hope you had a good weekend, and I should see you all tomorrow, but probably not Sunday. Thanks for watching. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. じゃあねー。じゃあ、また明日ね。